Hi everybody, what's going on? Today we're making a Valentine's Day pipe cleaner tray. I don't know what to call this. I have a bunch of pipe cleaners at full size 12-inch, some cut in half at 6, some cut in thirds at 4, and some cut in fourths at 3, and I have a bag of the Vase filler. And look, I have a new glue gun. Dripless. It's not. It lies. So, here are all my full-size 12-inch pipe cleaners. All I'm going to do is fold those in half. And then I am taking my longest pieces here. This is the 6-inch one, and I'm twisting it at the bottom third. I'm twisting the 4-inch in the middle, and then I'm twisting the 3-inch in the top third. Makes like a little antenna shape. These are going to end up being our branches. I was going to have this whole thing where I measured everything out and said, oh, place this here, place that here, but not necessary. Once you're done, really, you're not going to be able to tell if one's off by 1/4 of an inch or anything. And I just twisted these back and forth a couple times because if you just twist them once, they're going to just slide back and forth, so get them on there securely. And I ended up making 13 of these, maybe? You can make as many as you want. Like, I'm going to show you how to get the shape started, and you can you can make this thing 7 feet tall if you wanted to, depending on how many pipe cleaners you have access to. Now I'm taking one pipe cleaner. This is going to start the central trunk area, and I'm just wrapping that around another one, just to give it a little bit of more strength. And then this is 3 twisted together with the top sticking out. Again, this is another part of the trunk area. Trunk section, I guess. Now I'm putting all these together and making sure that the middle single pipe cleaner, which is actually 2, putting that in the middle, it's a little bit higher than the other 3. And I'm going to twist. And this is a reoccurring theme of just twisting, twisting, twisting. And I put down a piece of felt hoping that it would make things a little bit easier because the silver of the pipe cleaner kind of blended in with the gray of the background. Now I'm taking my first set of branches, putting them right below where I stop, and I'm going to twist those in. Every time you add a set of branches, you're going down like maybe a 1/2 inch. And if you want a denser tree, you would add more. You want it more sparse, add less. And this is my second set, and I'm adding 4 this time. And most of the time I'm twisting the entire branch, but sometimes I'm just twisting around it. I think I added 3, but I have to add 4, so... Oh, there it is. And this is very squirrely while you're making it, because these aren't super strong pipe cleaners. These are actually from the Dollar Tree. They're 45 in a pack, which you could make a gigantic tree. I think I maybe used like 25, and I got a decent sized tree. I mean, who needs a giant Valentine's Day tree, you know? So this is down a little bit again, and I'm adding 5 sections. 5 branches, whatever you want to call them. And so you think about it like you would an artificial Christmas tree, how it's pointy at the top, because those branches are shorter, and then as it goes down they get a little longer, and they get a little longer, and they get denser, and there's more of them. So now I have all mine together. I'm going to take some extra pipe cleaners to make sure that top is really tight. And I'm doing this to secure everything, but also I want to bulk out the trunk a little bit more, so I'm putting them in there, wrapping them a little bit, and then kind of letting them go down. And if you don't want this wrapped around look, you could always just twist the trunk And then these are going to be kind of like the roots that would run into the ground. So I'm bending everything out, and I'm just going to clip off anything that's way too long. I'm just spreading those out so we have a nice flat base, which we're not going to use for a while. So, alright, these are the glittered balls, the vase filler. I went back and forth with, should these be glued on? Should they not be glued on? Is it worth it? And it's not worth it. Adding glue to every one of these is going to add a tremendous amount of time to how long this project takes. And it's not really, I didn't see much difference. I mean, obviously, if it's glued on, it's not going to come off, but you would have to pull really hard to get the ones that are just stuck on there off, because that's pretty secure. I mean, if I was putting this in a kid's room where they might throw it around or something, yeah, I would go ahead and glue it. But if you're going to put it up on your mantle or on a table or something where nobody's going to mess with it, it's fine. And that on the side, that's all the drips from me putting that little bit of glue on that pink ball. So I glued the first two, and then I was like, I don't need to glue them. And if you don't glue them, not that, well, I guess you could do it. If you made like a bigger tree, like if you spent a lot of time going into the base of this tree and, you know, you reinforced it with like a dowel rod in the middle or a stronger piece of wire or whatever, if you don't glue them on for Christmas, you could take off the pink and add green. You could take off the green and add the pink back for Valentine's Day. You could take off, or you could take off the red and add like a pastel for Easter, and then make it red, white, and blue for, you know, 4th of July. You could change it back and forth if you wanted to. And I used, for my tree, I used one bag. So, I mean, this is a $2 project. If you didn't want to make a bunch of trees, you could always just swap out the balls. And they go in there and they stick really well because, you know, the pipe cleaners are like bristly, so when they go in there, it's kind of like when you put an anchor in a wall, it just kind of, you know, anchors itself in there. That was my glue gun sitting off to the side, just quietly oozing. You know, the one thing it's not supposed to do. My sister got me that glue gun for my birthday, and I think it's only dripping now because this is the first time I had plugged it in and used it. So I'm gonna give it a try some more before I throw it up against the wall in frustration. But even if it does drip, it's 10 times better than the Gorilla Glue one. So, thanks, Jen. And I think this whole project took me maybe, I mean, it was under an hour, I'm sure. You're really just twisting stuff, and I love projects like this where it's like a sit on the couch. I don't have a couch, but if I did, I'd imagine that this is like a project I would sit on the couch with and watch TV, but I don't have a TV. But if I did, you know, this is definitely sitting in my office watching Netflix. Okay, bye. That's it. Go. No, okay, I'm joking. Okay, so this is a mess. Like, I know you're thinking, wow, that looks like a mess. How is he going to fix that? Same way I fix every bow I ever make, and I'll just fluff it incessantly. So as we were doing this, we were, you know, pushing all the pipe cleaners up to make the tree, and then pushing them down to put the balls on. Now we're pushing them back up and tightening anything that needs to be tightened up. Like if a branch looks like wily or anything, you just kind of twist it into the one next to it. And you're going to make this any kind of tree you want, really. I kind of went with a weeping willow kind of deal where it's, you know, the branches kind of go up and then they come back down. You can make it more like an apple tree that's more compact, or spread it out a lot and make it like an oak tree. Whatever you want to do. So see, this is the kind of shape that I like, where it's, you know, it's full at the top, but there's some hanging down. And I'm going to put it on this little wood base, but that's just plain wood. I got to fix that. So see, kind of cute. Alright, so I gave that a quick coat of Cardinal red from Folk Art because I can't find my red chalk paint again. What is it? Like, I can find any color chalk paint I want in my house. The red one, always missing. The one I use least, the red one, always missing. Don't know where it's at. So I'm adding a good glob of glue there. And I'm just centering it. Letting it dry and moving some things around. Now I'm going to go through and trim off all the excess pipe cleaner. And I just leave it like it is. Like, I just leave the pipe cleaners up against the base. If you wanted to add something to the bottom, you could. You could do like some bows, some little bows with like 1/2-inch ribbon to cover up the base. I wanted it to actually look like, you know, it's growing up like a tree. Right now I'm going through just putting a little bit of glue underneath all those root sections and gluing them down. So yeah, this is a very quick, extremely cheap little Valentine's Day craft you could do. And I don't see any reason why kids couldn't do this. Maybe the hot glue part, but I don't know. I had a hot glue gun when I was like 8, so. Okay, so now it's all glued down and I'm just giving it another little fluffing here. I think if I could change anything about this, I'd make those top branches a little shorter, which I could still go in and do by just twisting them up some. But I like the way it came out. But now all I can think about is making a giant one for Christmas. Which is like a little inconspicuous 8-foot tall Christmas tree made out of pipe cleaners and vase fillers. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Oh, gotta get that little piece down there. I'm going to include some pictures here at the end. Let me know what you think. Comment, like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, follow me on Instagram, and I will be back Wednesday with another video. So I'll see you guys later. Have fun, be safe, happy early Valentine's Day, and later. Bye-bye.